A YouTuber and known prankster called Saleh has been in the spotlight lately for being kicked off a Delta air flight. Now, Adam Saleh has actually gone through and claimed that the reason he was kicked off this flight was because of the fact that he spoke Arabic.
Uncomfortable because I spoke a different language. I can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes.
Why are you guys doing that?
Because we spoke a different language.
That's so sad. That is so upsetting.
And you guys, are you serious? I'm about to cry right now, seriously. Because we said a word in a different language and there's 6 white people against us bearded men.
However, that doesn't seem to be the whole story. Since this whole thing has blown up, and of course he's made his $1 million off YouTube from obviously the ad revenue, it has come out that Adam Saleh wasn't the one actually speaking Arabic. It was actually his friend Slim, and what he was actually doing was standing up and yelling something in Arabic, doing a whole fist pump, and then actually sitting down, waiting for a reaction, and then when they didn't get a reaction from anybody, they did it repeatedly. Now, there were actually passengers on the plane. I'll get to that interview in a sec. Drummer Alert has actually put out an interview from a passenger on the plane who was 2 seats away from Adam Saleh. So he heard the whole thing happening. He actually claims that they did it about 3 or 4 times, and that they were doing it deliberately to try and get a reaction.
I can hear him giggling with his friend next to him, and yeah, it's like, whatever. So, but then his friend shouts something out loud across the plane. So I looked at him and I looked over, thinking, oh, maybe he's shouting his friend or something.
Mm-hmm.
But no one turns around. Anyway,
was he standing up?
No, he was sat down, but he was leaning out of his chair, like up and forward.
Okay.
So he shouts it again, and this time he puts he balls up his fist and he puts it in the air.
Now, obviously, look, everybody knows Adam Saleh is obviously a known prankster. He has been in the spotlight in the past for doing something along these lines. There was, obviously YouTube pranks where he's gone through and he's ripped, like, burger off people's heads. He's also gone through and he's also got dressed up as a Muslim, and then started talking to a friend in a loud voice who was also dressed up as a Muslim, in front of a police officer, or air quote police officer, to see what the reaction would be and to see if they would be judged differently than just a normal couple or a normal guys walking down the street, which, surprise, surprise, they were. However, the thing that Adam Saleh actually forgot to mention was that the police officer in the video was actually a paid actor and the whole thing was staged. Yeah, can you see a little bit of a history repeating here? Now, obviously, guys, look, I don't think Delta would actually go through and deliberately kick someone off a plane because they spoke a couple of words of Arabic to each other. Not to mention the consistencies in Adam's story is greatly changing. He first claims that he was not actually talking to anybody else and that he was just talking to his friend. We have a clip of that here.
They cursed us out. He told me shut the fuck up. We never cursed. He told me to shut the F up. We never cursed. You kicked.
However, when you go through and listen to the interview from the passenger who was 2 seats away from him, he admits that Adam Saleh's friend Slim was actually getting up and shouting across the plane. Also in this too, Adam claims that he was not doing anything, where if you actually go through and listen to the interview from Drama Alert, and we'll play that in a sec, the actual passenger who was 2 seats in front of Adam says that he was actually the one telling people to shut up. But then Adam's claiming that he wasn't telling anybody to shut up, they were telling him to shut up. So we'll play the clip for that.
When he's doing it. And I thought, what's he shouting? So I tried to Google what I thought he was saying, because I'm thinking maybe it's an Arabic greeting that I've not heard of before, because I just couldn't work out what he was saying, and I know a few words in Arabic. But a woman a couple of seats in front of him says, can you please stop shouting?
Right.
And the guy in the hat says, just shut up and enjoy your flight.
And that was his friend that said that. Shut up and enjoy your flight.
That was the guy in the hat.
Okay.
I think that's the Saleh guy. But it was the guy without the hat. He's the guy that was actually shouting out.
So Adam was telling people to shut up.
Yeah, and the other guy was the one that was actually shouting the thing out.
Now, like I said before, guys, Adam Saleh and Slim both have a history of faking things to get reactions or faking things to get views. Slim was involved with the video with the police officer where the Muslim was treated differently, air quotes, but that ended up being a paid actor. Also, the story regarding what they were actually doing on the plane has drastically changed. In an interview with BBC, Adam Saleh says that he was on a mobile phone talking to his mum. Then he is saying to the guys on the aircraft when he is getting off and he's recorded it, saying that he was just talking to his friend. And then when we got the interview person that was actually on the plane, he actually said that Alex's friend was actually the one doing the talking, and they actually were getting up and yelling across the aeroplane. How many times can a story change before we get the facts? I'll play a part of the interview from BBC now where Adam Saleh is actually telling everybody what supposedly happened on the plane. Stay tuned.
We're here at Heathrow Airport. We just got kicked off the plane. We got on our flight. We sit down. And every time I take off a flight, I always call my mom. And my mom, she only speaks Arabic. She's 66 years old, and she only speaks Arabic. So I spoke to her on the phone for a couple minutes. I hang up, then I start speaking to my friend. Me and my friend, we speak two languages, English and Arabic. I start speaking to him in Arabic. Then one lady got up, and she was like, "What are they saying? I feel so uncomfortable." And I was like, I'm just speaking my language. And then this woman next to me who was from Pakistan who spoke Urdu, she was like, that's very stereotypical. And then after that, another guy came up. He was like, hey, what do you guys need to get off the plane. I don't feel uncomfortable. There's things that have been going on in the news. And if you guys don't get off, I'm going to get off.
Now the funny thing was, after all this, Delta actually offered them the next available flight. And Adam just seemed to want to stand around and argue with them. So this sort of goes to prove that he's actually going through and doing it just for views. And in fact, the actual guy from the airline actually asked him regarding that. He asked him why he was recording and was he deliberately doing this to stir trouble for views. Play a copy of those two videos now.
Now, we can accommodate you on the next flight, but if we keep this up...
You can accommodate us. What about taking people that curse us out?
Okay.
What about changing our seats to here? That's unbelievable. We're trying to go home to New York.
You brought attention upon yourself, and you obviously were doing it for the benefit of...
No, I'm not. Now I'm doing it because you guys are kicking me out.
Now guys, look, between you and me, I hate fake pranks. I really do loathe them. I think they are the cancer of the YouTube community. But my personal opinions aside, he has actually caused damage to Delta's reputation. And to be honest, I am kind of hoping that Delta sues him for defamation of character. It might seem extreme, but at least that way we'll be able to go through and get some of these fake pranks off the internet. Now look, after all this, obviously this whole hashtag boycott Delta has drastically dropped and slowed down. Obviously everybody now is commenting on how it is a fake prank. Everybody is going through and exposing Adam Saleh and Slim for this. So that's obviously great. I'd like to give a big shout out to both BBC for the audio of Adam Saleh's recording that was actually located on Random Stuff's channel. I'll put a link to that. Also, big shout out to Drama Alert 2 as well for the video footage that I used. So I'll also put a link to Drama Alert as well. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Delta Airline was racist? Or do you think Adam Saleh has actually gone through and done this just for views? And if so, do you think YouTube should demonetize the video and take back all the money that he made off this video? There's an interesting concept. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Apart from that, if this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next video.